Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is You Had Me at Hey, chapter 16, and this one is titled Busking. Yes, please, you replied excitedly. And no, I didn't have any breakfast, so yeah. We'll drop by that cafe on the way, Jiro said, as she walked down the street, still half pulling you along. The one Leonie works at? You asked. Yeah, she replied. You always seem to be happy when you see her, so maybe that's a good way to start before we go busking. She smiled gently at you. You're going to be amazing, Yin, she said, her earjacks curling up slightly with quiet enthusiasm. Thanks, he replied softly. So are you. After getting a takeaway coffee each, you both headed down to the subway, where the acoustics were amazing. We'll set up in the underground walkway, Jiro said calmly. We'll do a coin toss, see who goes first. I call tails. Okay, I'll take the other side then, Jiro said before sipping on her coffee. You both walked into the subway entrance and descended the stairs. You getting nervous? You asked her. Yeah, she replied, not looking at you. Same, you said with a nervous laugh. You want to ditch this whole thing? Absolutely not, Jiro said sharply as she turned and stopped you. I'm here for you, okay? We're both doing this together, and we're going to be friggin' rocking at it, yeah? Oh, but babe, you whined as you stomped a foot while pouting. No, she said sharply again, while trying to hide a smile at how cute you looked. Please, you said in a cute voice, looking down bashfully while digging the toe of your shoe into the concrete. Listen, she said, holding up a finger. You're so friggin' cute when you do that, so stop it right now. But I don't want to see in front of scary people, you pouted again, really dialing up the playful defiance. No, wait, Yin, what are you doing? You had just crossed your eyes at that point and pulled a silly face to distract her. Gotta go fast, bye! You screeched, then turned, bolting down the underground alleyway doing your best Naruto run. Jiro's melodic laughter followed you as you ran, and then all of a sudden you heard her singing the chorus to her song for the festival, and you stopped short and spun around. Here was this absolute queen standing in the middle of the walkway, guitar in hand, singing at the top of her lungs like she gave absolutely no Fs whatsoever. So much for coin toss, you laughed internally. The people around her initially jumped in surprise at some random belting out a tune, but then when they heard her sing and that she could sing like an angel, they smiled and continued on their way. You beamed from ear to ear, prouder than a dad at his little girl's first ballet performance. You walked back towards her and she smiled brightly at you as she continued to sing. She slowly moved to the side of the walkway so that people could get past, and you sat down on the ground watching her lovingly. Some people stopped to listen and tapped their feet to the tune, and you smiled all over again. She's good, hey? One lady said to her friend as she turned and kept walking after listening to Jiro for a bit. Yeah, I love the tone in her voice, the other replied. You swelled with pride again. More people came by and stopped to listen for a bit, saying something nice before moving on. Maybe this isn't so bad after all, you thought. Just then a group of guys approached, and one douche with an undercut leaned over to one of his friends and whispered something to him while they walked, the second one leering at Jiro. Your hackles immediately stood on end, and you narrowed your eyes at them threateningly, daring any of them to say anything. They stopped in front of Jiro and smirked while crossing their arms. You got up. Yeah, I know what you mean now, one of them sneered cruelly. You balled your fist up and glanced at Jiro, who had seen the boys stop in front of her and was starting to feel self-conscious. Not on my friggin' watch you don't, you growled internally, staring the boys down. Oi, one of the boys called to Jiro. No one cares about you playing piss off, yeah? You lost your absolute schnitt and all hell broke loose. Yin! Jiro shouted in shock as he took a running leap at the guy and bowled him over. Say it again, I frickin' dare you! You hollered at the guy that you just tackled as you kicked the shit out of him. One of his mates grabbed you and pulled you off while you continued to kick at him. Put a leash on your cat! One of the other guys spat at Jiro. She calmly put her guitar down and walked over to where you were being held back by one of the guys. Let her go now, or I'll castrate you, Jiro said in a far too calm voice. That voice you know where they've been pushed beyond their limits and they're going to snap something fierce. The guy let you go, and you turned to look at Jiro, who had both her earjacks up, ready to shoot them into either an eye or an ear. Whatever, princess, another guy jeered condescendingly. Suddenly he let out a high-pitched scream as one of Jiro's earjacks stabbed him in the ear. Your purple-haired heroine sported a bored expression on her face and lolled her head to the side as she maintained eye contact with her earjack victim. Leave now or I'll do it again. Got it? she said in a monotone voice, crossing her arms across her chest. The guy that you had tackled pulled himself up off the ground, and you took one more opportunity to kick him in the shins before the group of arseholes left, all of them shooting you and Jiro nasty looks as they sauntered away with their tails between their legs. I'm sorry, babe, he said sadly. It was horrible. Are you okay? Yeah, surprisingly, she replied. You really went all out just then, she said bashfully. They were making fun of my girlfriend, you retorted. How frickin' dare they? I couldn't just let that go. Thank you, Jiro said softly as she looked at you lovingly. Seriously, you're amazing. You chuckled nervously. Nah, I'm not, but I'd do anything for you, you replied. She gave you a big smile, and then tried to cover it with her hand, embarrassed at how happy you had made her. You both walked back to your instruments, and you offered to have a turn, hoping to show her that her confidence in going first had really boosted your own confidence. You set yourself up and thought about Jiro, closing your eyes and taking a deep breath before placing your fingers on the guitar strings and activating your quirk. The piece you played was upbeat, but with awesome minor chords thrown in, and Jiro smiled when she heard it. You did your best to try and not think about the people that had stopped to listen, and just focused on Jiro and your love for her. When you finished, you looked up, and to your surprise, there was quite an audience. Everyone cheered wildly, and you gasped. Oh my god, you yelped with a smile, clasping your hands over your mouth. That's my girlfriend, Jiro called, clapping along with the others. Ah, you wailed. Thanks, guys, you said slightly embarrassedly, as you waved, and did a little bow to each of them there. You're a hit, Jiro said to you when the crowd had dispersed. And that is it for Chapter 16. Stay tuned for Chapter 17 coming tomorrow. See you then.